Hey everybody, Max Kevin here. It's the little UFC podcast. It's not too long. Did you guys see that UFC yesterday? UFC 290. Holy guacamole, dude. That was one for the ages, man. That was one for I think there was a record. 4 fights finished in under a minute. I think that's a new record. Holy guacamole, dude. What a card, man. The prelims, the early prelims, the main card. Every fight was like, holy guacamole. Even the Brennan Moreno, Alexandre Pantoja fight that went to decision. That fight was a holy guacamole fight. Every fight was a holy guacamole fight. Oh my God. Where do I even begin, man? Yeah, I guess it was also underdog night, dude. Dude, fucking underdog night, dude. Pretty much, I think every single underdog that was like plus 300 won, except for Yair Rodriguez. Oopsie poopsies. Yeah. Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. That just showed how good Volk is, man. Dude's so good. I think Yair only hit him a couple times there. He hit him with some clean one. I think in round 3, Yair hit him with a clean kick there, and then Alex is like, all right, well, I don't feel like getting hit anymore, so I think I'll just end the fight. I think I'll just do my ground and pound. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought would happen there is, he'd get taken down. That's the problem with if you're a kicker, Kicking leaves you open to takedowns, so only wrestlers can kick. And if you're not a better wrestler, you can't really kick. But yeah, it was a decent showing from Yair. I don't think no one in that division can even touch Volk, huh? Maybe Ilya Topuria, maybe that guy, because that guy can wrestle, right? That guy can wrestle. We'll see what happens. That was a good fight there, and of course, fight of the night, dude. Brandon Moreno versus Alexandre Pantoja. Holy guacamole, dude. Those dudes were going at it, man. They were smashing and banging and brawling and rolling around and. Oh man, one of the judges gave it 4 rounds to 1 to Brandon Moreno. I don't know what he was smoking, dude. Or maybe, what was it, a woman? I think there was one woman judge on it, so maybe that was a different fight. I can't remember, but Brandon Moreno. I thought Pantoja took it 4-1. I think Brandon Moreno probably won round 2 there, and maybe there was one other round that was close, but I think he definitely only won round 2 there, And of course, Pantoja comes out first round, guns blazing, Then Moreno comes back second round, guns, takes the second round. And so then you're wondering, it's like, oh, did Pantoja empty his gas tank there? Is Brandon Moreno going to make a big comeback here? He's the cardio king, never gets tired, But Pantoja, he just found some gas. He found an extra can of gas there. He's like, all right, well, you thought I was tired, but I'm not tired. I still got some more gas in my gas tank. But yeah, congratulations to him, man. What a great fight there. And he's like the Alex Pereira to Adesanya, man. He's beaten Moreno 3 times there. He's beaten Moreno 3 times. I bet if they fight another time, if they bet a 4th time in another year, I bet Pantoja will lose just because of father time. Just because of the age difference. But, that was a great fight, man. Then, of course, the dark horse that no one predicted. Robert Whittaker versus Dricus du Plessis, including myself. Holy guacamole, dude. Dricus du Plessis knocks out Robert Whittaker. How did that even happen? Like, even as I was watching it, I didn't even understand, like, how it happened. Like, no one can figure out Dricus du Plessis, DDP. No one can figure out this guy's fighting style. It looks so awkward. Like, he doesn't even like take like a normal stance. Like, his punches don't look like technical at all. But somehow the guy finds a way to win. I don't care. Like, I didn't even understand. Like, did he jab Robert Whittaker? Like, all of a sudden, I was just like watching, and all of a sudden, like, Robert Whittaker looks dazed, like he's he's out on his feet. And I was thinking, like, what happened? Did he get hit with something? Because I guess he got hit with a jab. I guess DDP, he's got that fuck you power. That guy's definitely on some steroids. Holy shit, dude. I think he's all upper body. If you just look at his muscles, I think John Jones always gets made fun of for having like tiny legs, and Dricus du Plessis is kind of the same. You know, he's like all chest and all arms. The guy's got like 40-pound arms. He's just got these huge arms. Yeah, and he was saying like when he was wrestling Robert Whittaker, he knew he was stronger. And the same thing with when he was fighting Darren Till, he felt he was stronger. And you know, of course, he's doing much more steroids than the other dudes, but he's probably cutting more weight too. I mean, he looked at least 10 pounds heavier than Robert Whittaker in the cage there, man. I didn't realize he was that big. Like the guy's fucking huge, man. And yeah, I don't know. Whittaker kind of looks smaller than he normally did. Like his second fight versus Adesanya, I think that's the biggest Rob's ever been. And I think he was probably taking some steroids before he fought Adesanya that second time. He definitely looks smaller this time. I don't know. Maybe it was just compared to du Plessis, but I don't know. Something seemed off. I don't know. Maybe he was just he's just having a bad night. You know, like you never know. You never know who's going to show up that day. That's like what it's all about. You know, it's not just skill and size and speed. It's like who slept well the night before. You know. Like that's what happened to Alexander Volkanovski the second time he fought Max Holloway, and he was losing because like he didn't get any sleep the night before, you know. So yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know Whittaker if he was just having a bad day, or if he's just or if he's the lesser fighter there, or yeah. And du Plessis uses wrestling too. That was another thing. I think he like gets him in like this headlock and like trips him and like throws him to the ground like in a headlock. That was probably demoralizing. Whittaker was probably just like, God damn it, this guy put me in a headlock and threw me to the ground like he's my big brother, you son of a bitch. So yeah, the wrestling probably messed him up there, but yeah, that was kind of a poor showing there from Whittaker. We'll see if he can come back. I don't know. We'll see. And then of course Adesanya, who's drunk, probably high on cocaine. He's probably hanging out with Conor McGregor in the bathroom there, a little too long doing some lines. I don't know. He comes out in the middle of the cage, starts using the N-word a bunch of times. That's unprofessional, dude. What about the little kids that are watching? You know, what about the little kids that are watching grown men beat each other's face in? You know, now they're gonna use the N-word. That's not polite. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea to get drunk high people in the center of the octagon there. You know, they might drop 10 N-bombs there. You know. Okay, and then we had Jalen Turner versus Dan Hooker. Okay, and yeah, I had a parlay. I had a 4-way parlay with Robert Whittaker, Jalen Turner, Nico Price, and Yasmin Juaregui, and they all lost. They were all heavy favorites, and they all lost. Fucking, I should have got that parlay was only like 4-way, like $5 to make 7. But if I had bet the other way, God, it would have been like $5 to make 100. Fucking bullshit, dude. You know, anyway, so Jalen Turner is fighting Dan Hooker there, you know. Of course, Jalen Turner came in like 2 pounds over. Oopsies. And he just head kicks Dan Hooker like so hard, and like I don't get it. Like that kick to the head there, it was so loud. And Dan Hooker doesn't even go out there, you know. Can't believe he didn't get knocked out from that head kick. And then that same round, Dan Hooker just like lands a jab, and pretty much it like knocks out Jalen Turner. It's like what's going on here? He takes that huge head kick and nothing. Then he just lands this little pillow-handed jab, and Jalen Turner's like, oh, I don't feel so good. Oh, yeah. That was probably a wake-up problem, I'm guessing. But yeah, congrats to Dan Hooker. I don't know if he was fighting with a broken arm or he broke it during the fight there. I don't know what happened there, but that was a great showing there from Dan the Prostitute Hooker. Even though I ended up losing my $5. Goddamn bullshit, dude. Of course, then we had Bo. I like to knee dudes in the nuts nickel, and of course he didn't knee anybody in the nuts this time. But yeah, great showing from him. You know, he decided to use his striking. He's like, my mommy's a boxer, and you know, knocked out Val Woodburn. Yeah, Val Woodburn, man, he looked like he got some power, but the guy's just way too slow. Kind of looks like he's super slow there. And yeah, I heard someone put $3,000 on Val Woodburn. Oopsies, oopsie poopsies. That was a mistake. Then of course we had Robbie the Brawler Lawler versus Nico Price, and of course I bet on Nico Price because he's 10 years younger than Robbie Lawler. But apparently he sucks so bad he can't even fight 41-year-old man. Yeah, they get in the clinch there. Robbie Lawler just like grabs the back of a head, and then like he's like hook, uppercut, hook. He like hit him 5 times in a row there, and one on the way down. Yeah, some people were saying like Nico Price took a dive for because it was Robbie Lawler's retirement fight, but I don't think so, man. He if you watch the replay there, Robbie Lawler's got him in the clinch. He's got one of his hands on the back of his neck there, so for using it for leverage. He gives him a hook, then he gives him an uppercut, then he gives him another hook, then he gives him another uppercut, and these are all hitting clean, like ear, temple, chin, and then like as he's falling down unconscious, he gives him one more for good measure of the side of the head there. Good douche. Yeah, good old Robbie Lawler. Hopefully he stays retired, Got to retire on top, bro. You can't be taking the bare knuckle fight. Yeah, he's probably gonna. I'm guessing he's gonna go to bare knuckle. He'll probably bare knuckle Mike Perry or whatever, Then of course we had Tatsuro Taira, up and coming hot commodity from Japan. He's only 23 years old or something like that. 20, yeah. And that was a good fight there. That was a good like jiu-jitsu fight. But I think Taira. Yeah, he was like in that first round there. He was like in he was in a choke. He was in a guillotine choke, and as he's in the guillotine choke, he like moves his body over and starts getting his own choke on the other guy. He gets, I think it's called almaplata, where like you choke him with your arm and your shoulder, and they were both trying to choke each other at the same time. It was amazing. And then the guy who was fighting, he almost he pretty much had him. He had him. He was trying to get that guillotine the whole fight, and he had it, but then he got saved by the bell there. I think after the end of the second round there, Tatsuro Taira got saved by the bell. Then, of course, we had Yasmin Juaregui versus Denise Gomes, and Denise Gomes was a plus 300 underdog. Yasmin was a minus 400 favorite, and, she got knocked out in 20 seconds by one punch. Oopsies. The odds makers kind of fucked that up, huh? The odds makers fucked that up. Oopsies. Plus 300 girl knocks out the other girl with one punch inside 20 seconds. I think it was it was the first punch she threw even. I think it might have been. Oopsies. Anyway, watch out for Denise Gomes. I think both these girls, they're both pretty young. They're both like 24, 25, so we'll probably be seeing more of them in the fights to come. And of course, we had Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menifield. Finally, one bet I won. Thanks, Alonzo. I think that fight was not very memorable, but he got the finish. Yeah. Yeah, the other bet I did win was Jesus Aguilar, who also got the one-punch knockout, 17 seconds. Yeah, there's a lot of one-punch knockouts. Anyway, that'll be one for the ages. What's next? Yeah, Volk is probably... Oh, he's going to get surgery, he said. So, we'll see who he fights. Pantoja. I wonder if they're going to do a fourth fight. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Plessis is going to fight... Adesanya. You know what? I'm on the hype train. Fuck it. Plessis, I doubted you because, you look terrible against Derek Brunson, but somehow you didn't. Yeah, this is like MMA math. Like, I don't get it. He looks terrible against Derek Brunson. And then he looks all right against Darren Till. And then he looks like a world beater against Robert Whittaker. He's just, how is it that he struggled against these guys that suck? And then he just pulled off a miracle against a guy that's, one of the best. I don't understand. Like, maybe, I don't know. I guess it just goes to show. It depends who shows up. And I guess, yeah, he got his nose fixed. Is that what happened? Was it really that much of a problem? I don't know. I mean, people can breathe through their mouths, right? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm on the DDP hype train, dude. Hopefully he knocks out Adesanya. He's like, I'm the only true African, dude. All right, Africa's for white people. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.